The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Call the meeting to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach for Monday, January 9th, 2017. This is our village board meeting. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez. Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler.
Here.
Trustee Nichols.
Here.
Trustee Bennis.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any corrections, additions, deletions to the agenda? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Bennis. We have a motion and a second. Once again, any corrections, questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved as written. We have our public hearing minutes from December 12, 2016. Any corrections or clarifications? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any corrections? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those minutes are approved. We have our council meeting minutes from December 12, 2016. Any corrections or clarifications on those? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Bennis, second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any corrections, clarifications? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those minutes are also approved. We have expenditures of $922,169.56. Some of the larger items this last month with the CLC Joint Action Water Agency for our fresh Lake Michigan water, a little over $137,000. Lake County Public Works, a 2-month bill, I believe, is $314,000. We have various other bills throughout the course of the village here. I know all the trustees have looked through it. The department heads have all looked through them. Any of the trustees have any questions on those? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. We have no ratifications tonight, so we'll move on to our standing committee reports. Any trustees have any reports tonight?
Mayor, can I just let everybody know that Swalco was able to secure their contracts at no cost to Lake County residents for their electronic recycling program, and it will stay open throughout all of 2017.
That's terrific. And the Grays Lake Public Works over on Route 83 is probably closest to us.
It is. It's 585 Berry Avenue, just off of 83.
Great,
Yep.
thank you. Any other announcements tonight?
Mayor, the Myers store here in town, new to town, did a wonderful thing for some of our residents and the children in town. They did a shop with a hero, and they brought 35 kids in, and they spent $100 on each child, which is $3,500. They fed them. They showed their families a great time. Our officers were involved, and it was all donated by Myers for the holiday. So that is a wonderful program. Just wanted to give a shout out to them and a thank you, just a huge thank you for that donation.
Definitely big kudos to Myers, yes.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in town that do need that little extra assistance, and we're thankful for all the community that steps up, and Myers doing such an awesome job being new in town. That's wonderful. Any other trustee announcements? Okay, move on to mayor's report. We have just one item tonight, and I'll turn this over to the chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
Before we get started, Mayor, if I can, I'd like to ask Commander Gary Lunn to come up here. Commander Gary Lunn has been a commander for us for 3 years already, and he just completed the Northwestern Center for Public Safety School of Staff and Police Command. It's kind of a 10-week grueling course, which he went and excelled at. So I wanted to recognize him for that and let the board know how well he did. I also like to thank his wife, Mary, for putting up with him. That's 10 weeks of him driving back and forth to Northwestern, makes for very long days. So I just wanted to congratulate Gary on that, on a job well done. Thank you, Gary.
Congratulations, Gary.
Nice work, Gary.
Now I would like to ask Ryan and Christine to step forward. And as we go through this, family members, if you want to take pictures, by all means, move around and get the best angle you can. Present at the ceremony tonight are Ryan's parents, Jose and Don, his brothers, Stuart and Joey, and his sister, Samantha. I'm going to give you a quick bio on Ryan here. Ryan was born and raised in Wakanda. He graduated from Wakanda High School. Ryan obtained an associate's in applied science at the College of Lake County while employed by our village and is presently in pursuit of a Bachelor of Arts through Eastern Illinois University. Ryan began his employment with our village in March of 2000 as a community service officer and was then hired as a police officer in 2003. This young man came to us right out of high school, and we have witnessed his development and growth in our village. He has served on almost every unit that we have in our police department, from evidence technician, gang officer, warrant service team member, bicycle officer, and field training officer. He has also served as an officer in charge since 2011, and he is also currently the field training supervisor. Ryan is also the mentorship coordinator, a program which he developed and deployed in 2014. Some of Ryan's career highlights include an award for over 100 career DUI arrests. He is also a 3-time recipient of the Life Saving Award. I would argue his biggest career highlight to date is his wife, Christina, and their beautiful daughter, Ava. So we are here tonight, Mayor, to present you, Ryan, for appointment to commander. As is our tradition in our department, we have the tradition of having someone important to the officer pin the badge on the officer. So right now I will present Christine, his commander badge, for you to pin on Ryan. As you can tell, Mayor and Board, from obviously the amount of people that are here in the audience to support Ryan, it's kind of, it is extremely important to us a day like today because of the fact that Ryan started with us right out of high school. And that's actually rare. You don't see that very often. So he's been with us his whole career, so we're very lucky to have him here. Ryan, if you please step forward to be sworn in by the village clerk, please. Folks, if you take pictures, by all means.
Repeat after me, okay? I, Ryan Rodriguez,
I, Ryan Rodriguez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Commander
the duties of the office of Commander
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. All right. This one's yours to keep when you come back, okay?
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, thank you, sir.
Ryan, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Just a little history in this position. The appointment of Commander Wayne Wiley to the position of Deputy Chief has created the vacancy for the rank of Commander. In accordance with the village's ordinances, Chief Rivera has met with myself and the village administrator, and we've approved the chief's recommendation for appointment of Patrol Officer Ryan Rodriguez to the position of Commander, and that's what just occurred tonight. So congratulations, Ryan. I'm sure you do us proud. We don't have a lot on our agenda, but I know you all have busy lives also, so if you need to all get up and leave, you won't offend us. Please feel free.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told our officer, remind me the next meeting, because I know we had this long break. I saw him walk in, I was like, we got it, Joe. It's a good thing we thought. Scott and I are learning.
Is there a clerk's report tonight?
No, there is not, thank you.
Okay. Well, we move on to our items of business then. Let's see. Under item A, we have an ordinance amending section 3-2-8 of the village code regarding the number of Class A and Class B liquor licenses. Bella's and Julie's are both looking for Class A licenses. They're authorized the retail of sale on the premises of specified alcohol liquor for consumption on the premises. And also Bella's looking for Class B license. They're gonna have a little wine area. They'll be selling wine in bottles for resale. This would be a real nice establishment, and we're looking forward to their both opening up soon. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Trustee Bennis, second by Trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item B is a resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain property located within the village of Round Lake Beach, commonly known as 1419 Oak Avenue in Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Both items B and C are both pertaining to the same subject. The village recently obtained the judicial deeds for the above referenced properties through petitions for abandonment. Demolition of both properties is recommended given the extent of blight and health safety hazards. Further rehabilitation would not be prohibitive, would be cost prohibitive. Our award from the IDA Blight Reduction Program provides grant funds to pay for acquisition and demolition costs. Usage of BRP funds requires that the property be conveyed to a not-for-profit organization prior to demolition and maintained as vacant lots under the MFP's ownership for a period of 3 years. Village Board accepted terms of the BRP grant in partnership with the nonprofit agency Fuller Center. A conveyance of the properties is accomplished through a quit claim deed. The deed specifies that Fuller Center is prohibited from encumbering the property in any manner, and that ownership of the property will automatically revert back to the village at the termination of the 3-year period. So they will have ownership for 3 years. At the end of the 3-year period, it'll revert back to the village. At that time, we'll determine what we do with the property moving forward. But for right now, we'll be able to get these houses demolished and clean up the neighborhoods that they're in, and we won't have that blight sitting out there anymore. Again, this for items B and C. So on the first item then, item B, let me read that again. A resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain property located within the village of Round Lake Beach, commonly known as 1419 Oak Avenue, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Butler, second by Trustee Wallace. You have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item C is a resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain property located within the village of Round Lake Beach, commonly known as 1350 Melrose Avenue, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Same scenario as item B, just a different address. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
No motion?
Second.
Motion by Trustee Nichols, second by Trustee Bennis. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. That was all the business we had tonight on our agenda. At this time, it is open to public participation. Anyone who has a comment or a question for the board, please step to the microphone, give your name and address for the record. Either state your comment or ask your question.
Hello, my name is Doug Smith. I own a car wash in town here called Ultimate Car Wash, and I'm not really sure where to begin with all this. I actually found out through the wife of one of my employees on a meeting that the board had here on November 28th regarding the new car wash that's being proposed over at 180 East Rollins Road. And I don't know where we're at in the decision-making process. Has this already been approved? Are you guys approved on this? There's no room for discussion?
There is not, but you're welcome to bring any points that you think. Why
Well, I guess my point is that I kind of found out it by accident and watched the board meeting on YouTube and was kind of struck by the fact that there was only 9 people here discussing what was going to happen with some property 1 block away from my business, basically doing exactly the same thing. And a couple of things that I guess struck me was that a comment was made by one of the board members, I don't remember which one it was, is that about the traffic situation, there was a contingency plan would be put in place in the event that the project doesn't move forward and that this property would revert back to the village. So I kind of want to know, who owns that property?
we have a little strip behind the property. That's an easement area that's being unused for anything that is owned by the village. The main piece of property is owned by private ownership right now. That's not ours
Okay,
at all.
so that property then would not revert, it would just
No.
stays with the owner?
Correct. Just the
Okay.
easement, they're gonna be using part of the easement.
That's,
though.
okay, that's great. I guess I just want to go on the record that, that I watched closely, I watched it multiple times to see what was going on, and the guy that was the representative for that company, stated that everyone thinks that the town needs this project, and I'm not really sure who everyone is, because I've asked a lot of people, I've asked business owners in this town, and I haven't found one single person that agrees with that statement, not one. This guy is trying to build a car wash within 9 blocks of 3 other car washes, and stating that we're underserved in Round Lake Beach for car washes. It boggles my mind. I pay a lot of taxes for my property. I've got my competitor here owns another car wash that's 9 blocks away from this proposed site. He pays a lot of money. He's been here for longer than I have. And to have, to let another business slide in that's basically going to break up all of our customers that we work very hard at getting. I'm not opposed to competition, but I am opposed to taking a pie and splitting it up into so many pieces that nobody can afford to pay their taxes, which would explain to me why that property has gone out of business and why the car wash right up the street went out of business. They couldn't function here. They did not make enough money to afford their taxes. Lake County's not cheap. Everybody knows that. I think the other underlying problems are the traffic at this intersection. I think everybody in here knows that that's probably the worst intersection in all of Round Lake Beach. From a traffic standpoint, from a fatality standpoint, we are actually in the process of trying to gather that information to find out how many people have been hurt there. The traffic's already horrible. To add a car wash, and I know because I own one, and I know what happens when they get busy. Traffic backs up. I think it's going to make a bad situation even worse. And we are talking with someone at Lake County with the roads, and I'm assuming that that has to pass through them as well to get approved on this, is it?
I believe the county's already approved that. Yeah.
They've already approved it? Because, I don't know, we've talked to somebody and they said they didn't know anything about it, so that doesn't mean that they haven't, okay. I also want to say that I don't think did the board do anything to alert the residents that are going to be affected by this? Everybody got a notice that in every single house? Because I have customers that live in that neighborhood, and everyone that I asked never heard of it.
Yeah, there's a radius that has to be notified by law.
I don't know what the exact radius is.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, there's a radius where public notice has to be served on property owners from the property. I
There's a
believe it-
public notice, and how are they
Well,
notified?
there's two public notices that go out. There's a mailing that goes out to, I
Okay.
believe, the residents within 200 feet or property owners within 200 feet. I believe that's the radius. And then there's a sign posted on the property. I believe there's already been 2 public hearings before the Plan Commission on this issue, and then also it's been heard by the village board, so there's been at least 3 public meetings before the village board took action on this.
Has this company purchased that property? Have they actually purchased the property?
I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the recorder of deed site to see if the property.
Have we decided which way the traffic is gonna go down there yet?
That's all been discussed by the Plan Commission. It was, in fact, there were 2 public hearings with the traffic study. The village board actually had an opportunity for public comment at the time. The board was considering passing it back in November. So there has been 3 public meetings. There's been public notices and a sign posted on the property.
All right, well, I'm gonna let it be known that I got a lot of money invested in my property, and I'm gonna lower my prices to not let this guy make a nickel, because this is ridiculous. I can't even believe, you know, I don't even get it. I think that, that opening 20 taco restaurants within six blocks of each other is the definition of insanity. 5 car washes in 9 blocks is nuts. It's just, I don't even believe it. So I just wanted to go on record. I didn't know quite how far we were. The meeting that I watched on YouTube on the 28th looked like you voted on it right then. I didn't know that it was written in stone and done.
I would recommend that you go on our website and sign up for our email alerts, that we'll get all the different.
I will do that.
agendas
And I'm,
coming
you know,
out.
I am new in the community. I've owned this car wash for, well, it'll be 2 years this coming August. So, and I love being here. I love this town. I love my customers. And I just kind of want to keep it the same. I just invested, you know, whatever I paid for my property, and then I just dropped another $100,000 doing upgrades to my car wash, and then I find out some knucklehead with a gas station wants to open one a block away from me. You got to understand my angst. So,
Yeah, by Illinois law, we're pretty much precluded from denying someone unless we have a very solid reason to deny them. It's a commercial district. If they want to open up a business, and if it falls in that commercial district, they can open that business.
yeah, I guess I wish I would have known ahead of time. I would have warned this guy before he spent all his money, because he's going to have a problem.
Well, he's still have time to contact me. He hasn't started building yet, so,
I'll just let it I'll let it happen. I don't know if you wanted to.
thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate your time. Thank you much.
I'm Bill Obenoff. I own the Super Wash just across the street over here, and I know quite a few of you. I'm coming late to the party, too. I was out of town when all these were heard. I drove in from Hayward, Wisconsin, the day that we had the last hearing on it. So I guess the way it sounds, it doesn't make any difference now. It's all been done, but I have a lot of the same concerns that this gentleman before me voiced, and that is traffic. Oh my gosh, you can't get out of any of the businesses along Rollins Road now sometimes. You can wait 10 minutes to get out of State Bank of the Lake. So I have that concern, as well as I'm a friend of the guy that owns Sammy's over there, and he's very concerned. I don't know why he isn't here tonight. He should be. But that's the basis of my concerns as well. And it sounds like it's already done, so I'll
Yes.
save my breath. Thank
Bill.
you.
For the record, I agree with them. I don't understand why, aren't y'all supposed to be helping them to make sure they, like if you're gonna put a bunch of car washes together, they are gonna lose business. I don't.
Could we get your
But that's
name
not
and-
what I'm hearing. I'm sorry. My name is Ruby Naylor,
Address?
1323, 25, and 27 Round Lake Drive. Okay? I'm here because every year you ask to have a, where they come in and they make sure that my renter is, I have the,
Occupancy permit?
yeah, that's the one. I get it.
Or rental certification.
That's the one. Okay, thank you. And prior, I want to say about 2 or 3 years ago, you came in, you paid your money, and they gave you a time, okay? I was there every time I'm supposed to be, okay? Now they tell me a window of 2 hours. So I'm supposed to sit outside of my renter's place for 2 hours waiting for them? I don't know about you all, but I think that y'all are busy people too. Have your, you can't get off work to do that. I'm told that if a person doesn't show up, they're at $75. Okay, I'm good with that, but why should I be penalized when I was showing up every time? I asked them if they could give me a call prior 20 minutes, half hour, and they said, well, no, that's not really in the thing. You kind of just got to be there. I think this is wrong. If you want to penalize the people that don't, yes, definitely. Tell them $75 if you're not there. But don't do it to me, who showed up every time. They told me that you're the people I'm supposed to bring this up to.
We'll have to discuss with the staff a little bit and find out more what's going on with that situation, and get back to you soon. I'm sure they have your information, contact information.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All I'm asking is just give me a phone call. I can get there in 20 minutes.
Any other comments from the public tonight?
Mayor, she might have one more comment.
So the house on the corner is being taken down. They're going to put up a park there. It's going to be a place where they're going to have classes for kayaking. Okay? My property, 1327, is right there. They're only going to put a fence up to where the line stops, where apparently there's an easement. And my concern is while they're doing this, if a kid wanders over onto my yard and has an accident, has a problem, why are they not putting this fence up? They said it was, y'all should put the fence up. The park district is not the people they're only going to put the fence up to a certain point.
I haven't seen that yet, so I'll have to look at that and see. I know they're building that on the corner, they're taking
Yeah.
the house down, building like a canoe rental and
Correct.
Stuff like that, and they'll be using the garage for storage. But I haven't seen the details on the fencing yet, so we'll take a look at that and, again, get back to you next. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Okay. Any other public comments tonight? Well, thank you all for being here and bringing these things to our attention. If there's nothing else, we have no executive session tonight. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace.
Second.
Second by trustee Bennis.
No, that was
Butler.
Bennis and Butler.
Have to give it to one to two of you.
Yeah, Bennis first, Butler second.
I'm in between.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everyone.